The pounding on my front door shook the entire house. At first, I thought it was a neighbor or maybe a delivery gone wrong. But when I opened the door, I saw two uniformed officers standing there with grim expressions. Behind them, a black SUV from the Homeowners Association idled in my driveway like a predator waiting for the kill. "Sir," one officer said, "we've been called to escort you off this property. The HOA claims you're in violation and forfeited your rights." For a moment, my heart froze. My property. My home. This wasn't just a house, it was my sanctuary. It was the land my late father had left me, the place where my wife planted her roses, where my daughter took her first steps, where every memory we had as a family lived. And now, the HOA thought they could strip it away. I should back up a little. When my father passed away 5 years ago, I inherited the property, 3 acres of quiet land with a modest farmhouse. The HOA had been pushing for years to buy it and develop the neighborhood. They wanted uniformity, cookie-cutter homes, paved sidewalks, no individuality, no freedom. My property was the last holdout, too unique, too independent. And because I refused to sell, they made my life miserable. Constant fines for violations that weren't even real. Letters threatening me with lawsuits. Complaints about my old barn, my chickens, even the color of my shutters. But this, sending police to physically remove me, this was their boldest, dirtiest move yet. Standing there, staring into those officers' eyes, I felt the weight of my father's voice in my head. "Son, you don't protect land with paper. You protect it with truth, and with people who will stand with you when no one else will." See, what the HOA didn't realize was that I had been preparing. I wasn't fighting this battle alone. The officers stepped forward, one of them reaching for my arm. "Sir, we need you to come with us now." "Wait," I interrupted, steady but calm. "Before you touch me, you should know, you're being recorded. And I've already spoken to the state attorney's office. You want to arrest me on HOA authority? Go ahead. But the moment you do, you'll be answering to higher law than theirs." They hesitated. Because here's the thing, cops aren't stupid. They know when something smells off. HOA boards can file complaints, sure, but they have zero jurisdiction to order arrests or evictions. The officers exchanged nervous glances. The HOA representative in the black SUV stormed out, a smug man in a suit clutching a folder. "This is private association business," he barked. "He's in violation. Remove him." But I didn't move. Instead, I pulled out my own weapon. Not a gun, not fists. Something far more powerful. A thick binder of evidence. Every fake violation notice. Every illegal fine. Every recorded phone call where board members threatened me. Copies of letters from the county proving they had no authority over my property because it wasn't legally inside HOA boundaries. I had spent months collecting it all. And more importantly, I had the backing of my neighbors. As if on cue, the sound of footsteps filled the driveway. One by one, families from down the road appeared. My neighbor Jack stood tall with his arms crossed. Mrs. Alvarez, who the HOA once fined for having too many flowers in her yard, held up her phone recording everything. Within minutes, there were 24 people lined up behind me. "This isn't just about me," I told the officers, raising my voice so everyone could hear. "This is about all of us. They've been bullying families here for years. Enough is enough." The HOA man's face went pale. He hadn't expected resistance. The standoff dragged for what felt like hours. The officers called their supervisor. The HOA guy made frantic phone calls. Meanwhile, neighbors began chanting, "Not your land. Not your call." And that was the breaking point. The officers finally turned to the HOA representative and said, "Sir, unless you have a court order, this is trespassing on his rights. We won't enforce this." The HOA representative sputtered in rage, but he knew it was over. But here's where the story takes a turn. I didn't just win that day. I turned the fight back on them. With all my evidence, I filed a complaint with the State Housing Authority and the Attorney General's office. My binder became a hammer that exposed their corruption. The board had been misusing HOA funds, illegally fining residents, even trying to seize properties through intimidation. Within 3 months, the entire HOA board was removed. Some faced charges. Others just slinked away in shame. And our neighborhood. It became free again. Dash dash dash. The best moment came weeks later, when I was walking through my field at sunset with my daughter holding my hand. She looked up at me and asked, "Daddy, are we safe now?" I smiled, kneeling down so I could look her in the eyes. "Yes, sweetheart, we're safe. Because we stood up for what's right. And because when people come together, no bully, no law, no fake authority can ever take away what we love." Dash dash dash. So when the law sent cops to take my property, I didn't fight them with fists or fury. I fought them with truth. With community. With something stronger than any lawyer could ever provide. And in the end, that was the better weapon all along.